I really don't comment on other people's teams, but I know this, just the obvious facts. They're going through a lot of adversity. You know, McNeese doesn't play today, and he's one of the best players in the Big 12 in terms of athletes. Changes the game for them with shot blocking and another great defender. So, um, you know, it's like this team was in the top 25 just a couple weeks ago. It's just this what this league is. It's a grind, and you know, if you can get on a 2-3 game winning streak, it's like you got a chance to win a championship. If you drop a few, you just got to stay the course. So I predict Oklahoma will be back sooner than later, and there's no fight, no quit in this team. All it is fight. Just a lot of championship DNA on that team, whether it be coaching staff, returning players, or those grad transfers have made a great impact on this league. So nobody respects their program more than me, and I just think this is life in the Big 12.
Grind of having to go through a season like this is what's the mentality a team has to have to be successful?
You just can't get too high or too low in this league, and it sounds like a saying on some koozie in a gift shop, but it's just true. It's like you know, you just got to stay humble when you win, be very thankful, and then when you come up a little short, you got to figure out what you can do to put yourself in a position to play better. And you know, our team's no different. This is a big week for us with 2 road games. I was really pleased today with how hard we played. We just got to play better.
First half, Coach, where you guys were getting in a little lull and that made that 5 of 10 in that first half. Do you kind of feel like the three-pointer was big for y'all in that first half?
Yeah, you can chop up this game a million different ways, but it's you know, when you're making shots, it's an easier game, and when you're not, it's very difficult to win at this level. So tonight, the 3-point shot was good to us, especially when we were separating, you know, in the first 32 minutes of the game or so. So yeah, there's no doubt about it. The 3-point shot's a big part of college basketball, and we've been on the good ends days like today, and we've also been on the other end. So more important for us today is, you know, we out-rebounded Oklahoma, and first time we played them in Lubbock, we only manufactured about 2 or 3 offensive rebounds, which is ridiculous. So today we got some big plays. I thought the play at the end of the first half kind of symbolized a lot of things. That's what we needed to do today, is get some extra possessions. We get 4 guys in double figures today, and the next guy right there at that 8, 9, 10 mark. When we can do that, I think we're one of the better teams in the league.
In terms of Matt, I asked you earlier, I guess, do you kind of feel like he's found his offensive rhythm? Because I know he was struggling a little bit, but it seems like he's really kind of come into his own now.
Yeah, I've never thought he struggled, Carlos. I respect the question, but when you're playing in the Big 12, you're not going to just, you know, Keenan Evans had a couple games last year where he didn't shoot 50%. Nobody said he was struggling. So, you know, Matt stayed the course, and it's just it's basically the highest level of basketball there in the NBA. You know, this EuroLeague, you're playing against great coaches, great teams. So you can't just go out there every night and say, I'm going to do this. You take what the game gives you, and especially when you play against Coach Kruger, he's going to, you know, it's like a chess match over there. He's going to try to get your best players in foul trouble. He's going to spread you out and ISO you. He's going to pick on you coming out of timeouts. And so, you know, I think Matt's done a great job so far this year.
You managed to hold them under 60 points in both meetings. How do you feel defensively about your team going up against OU this time around?
I thought we guarded today. We too many and ones at some of our. You know, we try to play a full game without giving an and one. If we're going to foul. If not, don't. That was disappointing. We had 2 free throw blockouts. That's ridiculous. But if you clean up some of those just easy fixes, I thought we guarded today about as well as we have this year.
I asked Alon earlier this week about playing 3 Saturday, Monday games this week. That's their schedule. They got 3 Saturday, Mondays. As a coach, from your perspective, how tough is it to bounce back, just have 1 day of prep and play Monday, play 2 and 3 days?
He had 3 straight?
Yeah, 3 this month. And he has another Saturday in an off week.
Yeah. So we had 2 straight this past 2 weeks, and I think we've got 1 more. So, you know, it's tough. But you're talking to a guy, you know, coach places you haven't heard of in front of 6 people. So, like, you know, the opportunity to play on Big Monday and for your fans and your program, you know, I'll never complain about that. So I think as long as it's kind of spread out throughout the league, there's no advantage, disadvantage. If somebody was in that situation a lot and other teams weren't, then that'd be something the coaches would talk about. But when I go to those meetings, I just sit there and listen to the Hall of Famers. You know, if they want the corn nuts, then I let them have that. I just end up with whatever's left over. So it's normally like Coach Self walks in, Coach Kruger, and they talk about all that stuff. I'm just fortunate to be here.
Can you talk about Norris's 11 rebounds and how it can help the team throughout the remainder of the season?
Yeah, it's just great to see. Norris, to me, is one of the most experienced players in the Big 12, and he's been doing this a long time. And you know, when he plays well, our team is good. And so tonight he had some. You know, we already talked about the putback in the first half. He had some good catches tonight. You know, at one point when Oklahoma was making their best run, Norris had a great pass. He was kind of in a weird situation underneath the basket and passed the ball to Matt. So these are things Norris can do. He's a skilled player. He's not just a big. He can dribble, pass, shoot. So he's one of the favorite players I've ever coached.
Seems like when OU would, you know, kind of cut those 15, 20-point leads, they would go on runs. What do you attribute to your team's effort to kind of stop those and regain momentum?
Well, those are scary times as a coach. You know, you're just trying to keep playing the game. There's a fine line. You know, do we start milking the clock? Do we play like we have been? It's like in football, they'll prevent defense, which I'm not a big fan of, but nobody really cares what my views of football. No, so on the runs today, I think we made some timely shots. Morrow hit a lift three when I think they were about to get it under 10. And then we just we came up with the stops when we needed it. So, you know, I would agree with you. No quit in Oklahoma. They fought. You could feel it coming back, and we just made a couple plays. We made some timely plays, and we call that have an answer in our program. You know, when somebody makes a play, you got to have an answer, and today we did.